Hello everyone, it's Fire Alarm Dude 01 here, and welcome back to another awesome live stream. We're currently waiting for people to start joining and watching, so yeah, let's just wait here patiently while I share the link around. Alrighty, I just shared the link, and we should be getting people joining in pretty soon. So yeah, just sit back and relax. As soon as we start getting, adequate amount of people joining, I'm gonna roll my intro. All I just gotta do now is wait. And we finally are starting to get people in, so we're just waiting. Hello, welcome. We're just waiting for more people to join, but I should probably start while we still have one person in here. Hello, Katana. It's good to see you. Good to see you. If you could do me a favor and help me out by sharing this link so that more people could join, that'd be awesome. So yeah, welcome. This is like a history lesson, I guess you could call it, but it's not like a really boring, crappy history lesson that you'd see in high school. No, this is a history lesson about the fire alarm series of the 270A SPO by Edwards. Well, 270 SPO, 270 series, I guess you could call it. But I'm gonna roll my intro as soon as we start getting more people in here. So, yeah. I'm also going to start sharing this link around as well. That's okay. Currently only have one person in here, and that's Katana. Just gotta wait. Gotta get myself freshened up and ready. Doing good. I'm doing good. Thanks for asking. How about you? You doing okay? Good to hear. Hope my hair's looking okay. Let me floof it real quick. God, I look like such a mess this morning. Alright, so how's video quality? Is video and the audio quality good? Audio's not coming from there, is it? Crap, wrong microphone. Oh well. I guess I'll have to change that later on. Floof the hair. Yeah, Markiplier, he did that too. Floof the hair. The sound of the video is good? Okay, what about the picture? Is the graphics quality okay? Eesh. Hoping everything's looking good. The sound of video is good. I hope the graphics are okay and it's not, messing up. Alright. Good. Now, we wait. We just gotta wait for people to start joining. Hopefully they will join. Oh my lord. It's been 6 minutes and we still have only one participant. Oh man. I don't know if this live stream is gonna be so popular. Blah blah. Okay, just doing some technical stuff, checking some stuff out. Kind of curious. It's like everybody suddenly disappeared from online. It's very strange. And just share publicly. Still have only one participant. Post this publicly. Come on. Gotta get more people in here. This is disappointing. Katana, I'm sorry for the wait. I guess that's kind of the disadvantage of being early to a live stream, is you have to wait for more people to join. Oh my lord. True. I guess I'm just gonna roll my intro and start here. So, because considering more people probably watch this live stream after I am done going live, so maybe Tuesday, yeah. So hello everyone, it's Fire Alarm Dudes 01 here, and welcome to another live stream slash video. If you guys are watching this after I went live, how dare you? This is kind of like a little history lesson, I guess you could call it. About the classic 270 SPO series created by Edwards. So you guys all know about the 270 SPO Edwards. It's a really sleek design. It's really nice and classic looking. It's very simple, and it would have a glass bar. But I bet you guys didn't know that the design of this pull station goes back years and years. And what I'm talking about is it actually used to be based on a like the design of this is based off of the original coded pull station made by Edwards. It looked exactly like this, except it was much bigger, and it had pull. I think it had a pull lever, break, like break glass, something with break glass on it. I kind of forgot because I don't have one of those pull stations with me. But that pull station, it was absolutely massive as well, literally like the size of my head. And it had a huge gearbox on the back. It was absolutely awesome. They've been around since from around, like, I believe 1950s and the 1960s, somewhere in that era. And they were actually quite popular. Oh my god, I just realized my hair is such a mess right now. God, I can't wait to get my hair dyed. Anyway, I'm sorry. Big distraction right there. I'm sorry. I accidentally hit the laptop. Let me just scoot this back a little bit. There we go. So, yeah, this is the 270 SPO. Really easy to use. All you have to do is pull down the lever, and you'd use a screwdriver in the top in order to open it. But what I do is, since I don't have screwdrivers, I just open it manually from the spring lock in the back. As you can see, it has a switch. And yeah, I mean that's pretty much what it is. But there are different versions of this series. I actually have a 270A SPO back at home in Hawaii, actually, right now. And hold on, you can hear me, right? Because I have a feeling it's really hard to hear. Let me just scoot that forward. Anyway, so this is the more modern day design. Has a switch in the back. Yeah, it's pretty basic. One of the most basic ones that I've seen so far. To reset it, you just flick the switches like this, right? Flip it back and hold the lever up while you close it. Now, if I'm stuttering on my words. The reason why these replaced the old-fashioned coded fire alarm boxes is because of a change of technology. Technology has really evolved over the years, as you might know. And back then, they had to use a very special system. It was like a telegraph system. What would happen is you'd have the gearbox in the back with a special gear called the code wheel or the code gear. And it would have special notches nicked into it. And a contact would touch those notches, and so you have one terminal here, and the notches would bump up on it and it'd make it touch the terminals until it was disconnected, and that would send a pulse of electricity to the fire station. And if you have those notches in a series in a very special code, the firefighters are able to identify on a map where that fire pulse station is, and they will be able to go to that pulse station to deal with the fire or whatever's going on. Now, but that was way back in the day, like 1950s, 60s again. Soon, the technology was modernized to, to panels, where a panel would contact a fire department, and they stopped using outdoor call boxes as well because they were electrical hazard, I believe. And plus, they were just, they just kind of disappeared. Especially with, modern technology, being able to call 911 on your cell phone instead of having to go over and manually pull a outdoor pull station. So now that technology has stopped being used, Edwards decided to still use the same design for the 270 SPO series. It's the same design, just, with different technology and much simpler technology, more modern. So these are conventional, which means you don't have to have a coding gear or anything like that, and you can hook it up to a conventional system of any brand, of any model, as long as it's not addressable. And that's basically what these are. It's just a conventional version of the old-fashioned coded boxes. So, any questions? I'm sorry if that was a lot to take in. And I'm sorry if everything's really confusing or over your head or something like that. I like to, tell people about this stuff. I want to educate people in these kinds of systems so that they know what it does, how it works, and the history of it. Can't think of any questions? All right. That's okay. So, let me just... Sorry. So, now, before you start thinking that back in the day they only had those coded fire alarm stations, before you start thinking they only had coded ones, you also need to realize that back then they did have panels, but they were not used very much because they were extremely expensive, and because they were bulky and they took up a lot of space. They had a big footprint, like a large footprint. And in fact, it'd probably take up this whole entire living room. Then that's just one panel for like a single area, a single zone. That's why they didn't have those, is because, and not only that, but the technology is really, really advanced. And that technology was relays. Now, relays are like a large mechanical transistor or switch. It's electromechanical, which means it uses electricity to make a magnetic field to make the contacts, touch. And so basically, they did have... See, this is from that time era as well. This came from a very expensive system, it looks like. This is from, I believe, around 1990s or 1980s. And as you can see, it has the regular terminals in the back. And so what would happen is, whenever you were to pull the pull station, let me see if I can reset this real quick so I can actually pull it. There we go. Let me just go ahead and reset this real quick. So, I'll answer your question. Hold on, I'll answer your question after I'm done, giving this part of the lesson. All right. So whenever you pull it, the contacts, electricity would go through the contacts, and it would actually, it would activate the relay, and that relay, the contacts will, they would have like connected to a kind of like a phone line, I guess you could call it, and whenever the contacts close, there was like a special signaling system that would go straight to the fire department. But that system, once modern technology started evolving, that quickly became obsolete, because that was a very inefficient way to have a panel or fire alarm system. And that is why they actually had coded pull stations a lot more common than regular conventional pull stations. It's because technology was just not fit for it in that era, I guess you could say. And now I will answer your question. Why did they make it so big? Well, actually, they had to make it big for several different reasons. One, for accessibility, is because you want it to be easily seen. You want it to be able to be seen by anybody. In like a smoky situation, you know, if there's a bunch of smoke in the room and you had to pull the fire alarm because no one had yet, you'd actually be able to see the fire alarm because it was so big. It was almost unavoidable. Um, and uh, the second reason is because actually the gearbox was really, really big, and they had to make the fire alarm, the size had to be compatible. The gearboxes were around this big, I guess you could say, so about like up to here on my face around. And they were full of mechanical, items like gears and rods and stuff like that, electrical contacts, mechanical contacts, things like that. And the springs, winding springs, all that stuff was contained into that box. So they tried to make it as compact as possible, but it had to be standard to a code, a fire marshal code. So it couldn't be too small because it could easily break. So they had to make it durable as well. That's the third reason. It had to be very durable. And that's why these Edwards are actually still made of metal, is because they are still, trying to make durable and reliable pull stations. So that's why Edwards is a good choice whenever selecting fire alarms. Anyway, I'm gonna start. I'm gonna stop kissing Edward's butt, and I'm gonna keep on with this lesson here. There is a fourth reason why they made them so big as well. It's because resources, supply and demand. So just general supply and demand and stuff like that, uh, and because of I keep forgetting the word. Not compatibility, but safety. Jesus, sorry, I'm having like a brain fart right now. It's just all of, like, my mind is gone this morning. So that's pretty much the history of the pull stations, and I am now going to start taking questions. Well, more questions, I guess. And by the way, I hope that provided a very good answer to your question. Hold on a second. I'm just checking a couple things. Okay. Can't think of any questions? All right, that's okay. That's okay. So I'm pretty sure no one else is going to join. That's pretty unfortunate. So, just spread the word to as many people as you can. Everybody, please subscribe, just, subscribe to my channel. Please, please, please subscribe to I am actually starting to monetize my channel. So that's going to be really, really awesome. Hopefully I'll actually start monetizing it today. So my videos will start, getting revenue, and I'll start getting actual, this will be like kind of, I guess, an on the side job that I can do, while I'm doing my school, because it's really easy. So subscribe to my channel, hit that bell so that you can get notifications. Please leave a fat thumbs up on my videos. If you haven't seen my other videos, please check them out. That'd be awesome. And please do check out my friends, anyone who I've subscribed to, please check them out as well, because they are definitely worth checking out, like such as Markiplier, Dan TDM, I know 89777, I believe that's her name, aka Telephone the Dutch Angel Dragon. And I'm actually going to hopefully start my furry channel today. So if I do, I will release a link in my discussion or in the comments. So, be sure to check that out whenever I release it. And thank you very much for watching, everybody. I'm going to have to cut this live stream short because nobody else has joined. So anyway, guys, I'll see you guys in the next video. Have an awesome day. And please don't pull the fire alarm without permission. Thank you. All right, everybody. I'll see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.